My name is Kamraj and my thesis topic is Seashore High-Rise Building. With over 22 million residents, Mumbai has earned its reputation for being one of the most congested and most populated cities in the world. Only 6% of the city is reserved for open spaces, which are either inaccessible, offer only partial access, or have been encroached upon. The main context of the project is due to the high population density in Mumbai, the demand for space for the future habitation. Thus, by utilizing the sea as a medium and creating construction development with provision of mixed use, the tower integrating with certain self-sustaining principle will iron out the population density in micro level. They aim to create a community above the sea, analyzing the need and demand of the Mumbai city by proposing a suitable community with bolster the needs of the future generation to create a building with less footprints and more living. Designing a community with mixed-use tower and other amenities, integrating with certain self-sustaining ideas, it serves as a self-sustaining design by keeping in mind a population growth rate for the next 20 years. The the reason for the selection of the site is due to the population and building density that exists in the city. Lack of space for living along the shorelines result in demand for living in the heart of the city. The proposed site is in Adarsh Nagar, Lower Parel, Mumbai, Maharashtra. The reason for selection of the site is the population and building density and demand. For the further development, there is no more land left out majorly near the shoreline area. Hence, mixed use has been adapted to meet the demand of the future development. The reason for the selection of the site is due to the population and building density that exists in the city. Lacks of spaces for living along the shorelines result in demand for the living in the heart of the city. The proposed site is in Adarsh Nagar, Lower Parel, Mumbai, Maharashtra. The reason for the selection of the site is the population, building density, and demand. For the further development, there is no more land left out majorly near the shorelines area. Hence, the mixed use has been adopted to meet the demand of the future development. The site is located in Lower Parel. Parel is the neighborhood of Mumbai. It was a Vidhan Sabha constituency of Maharashtra from 1962 to 2004. It was constituted into Shivadi constituency by delimitation of Parliament and Assembly constituencies Order 2008. It was a district in Girivan which was the focus of Great Mumbai Bombay textile strike of 1982. Parel used to be have a number of mills, but these have been replaced by new office developments. There are many famous landmarks situated near the site. One of the famous landmark situated near Lower Parel is the Sea Bridge. Is one of the famous landmark in whole Mumbai. The Nehru Planetarium, as you can see, it is situated near the site. And there's a historic site which is the Mahalakshmi Racecourse, which was built in 1883. and there's a hospital also, SRC Hospital, and the National Sports Club of India. These are the famous landmarks that are situated near the site. Mahalakshmi railway station is 600 meters away from the site, and there are supermarkets, bank, and there is a Palladium Mall which is 1.5 kilometer from the site. Um, and the Mumbai population calculation according to the census 2001 is 11.8 million. The current population is 22 million. As you can see in this map, the lighter color represent the low population, and the darker color represent the dense of more population. Average yearly growth rate is 3.50%. The upper middle class and higher income growth are 10%. For the upcoming 10 years, there will be 175 families, and for the upcoming 20 years, there will be 350 families. Geography: it is located on the island off the coast of Maharashtra. Originally 7 islands, they were merged in 18th century to form one large island located in Black Bay region. The terrain of the city: the dark areas are swampy, the medium areas are the elevated region, as you can see in this diagram. Wind analysis: the normal seasonal prevailing wind direction during the dry season is west-north-west, except during the monsoon when it's southwest. During December, the wind direction fluctuates between west-northwest and east and northeast. There is considerable and seasonal variation through. There is a little fluctuation in the velocity in the dry season. The wind are light and variable at 8 km per hour during the dry season and reach a peak of 13 km per hour during the monsoon. Southern parts of MMR have higher wind velocity at around 10 km per hour during dry season and peaking to about 25 km per hour during wet season. As you can see in this diagram, this is the water temperature during the months, and this is the maximum and minimum temperature during the months Jan to December. And as you can see, this is the site. The wind from northeast and wind from west-east flow through the site here, and this is the ocean current, and this is the sun part. The water supply for the entire area comes from a single unit that is placed along the center of the locality. The STP unit is placed close to the sea along the corner of Marine Drive. Tansa is the major water source for the city. Batsa, Tansa, and Lower Viterna are the main source of water, and it's consumed by the different areas of the city. In this map, you can see where the water comes from. These are the rivers where water is supplied to the main city. Coastal regulation zone. Mumbai comes under coastal regulation zone 2. Most of the Mumbai along the coastline comes under this category. Area statement: the site area is 14.8 acres. The ground coverage area is 10%, which is 1.48 acres. The road and circulation is 10%, which is 1.48 acres. The OSR is 10%, and it's again 1.48 acres. The FSI is 2.7. The total build-up area is 1,62,604.8 square meters. The building consists of retail, office, residential, open spaces, and recreational spaces, and parking. The resident consists of 45%. The floor area is 73,920 square meters. The office consists of 33%, and the floor area is 54,157.44 square meters. The retail consists of 13%. The floor area is 22,731.64 square meters. The amenities consist of 2%. The floor area is 3,360 square meters. The service area is 15,000 762.91 meters square meters. Resident consists of total units of 110 units. Duplex 3 BHK is 470 square meters consists of 88 units, and duplex 4 BHK 566 square meter consists of 22 units. Gym consists of 500 square meter, aerobics consists of 500 square meter, indoor games consist of 1000 square meter, swimming pool consists of 1000 square meter, child's play area consists of 500 square meter. In office, there are three different types of sizes, which is 100 square meter, 300 square meter, and 600 square meter. 100 square meter consists of 36 blocks, and 300 square meter consists of 32 blocks, and 600 square meters consist of 20 blocks. The number of floors is 32 floors, and it covers 54,157.44 square meters. As you can see, the retail also consists of five different types. 100 square meters has 14 blocks, 150 square meters has 8 blocks, and 200 square meters has 6 blocks. 300 square meters has 4 blocks, and 600 square meters has 4 blocks. Parking consists of 12 floors. It has total car parking of 1,860 car parking. Residence consists of 866 car parking. Office consists of 619 car parking. Retail consists of 317 car parking. Service floor, according to Council of Tall Building Urban Habitat, for every 30 stories there must be a service floor, and for commercial, for every 20 stories there must be a service floor. Concept: Mumbai continues to overpopulate. It's time to explore the spatial and environmental and experimental possibilities of vertical living. The tower includes retail shop, office, housing, recreational spaces are stacked vertically. Open spaces are stacked in north side for the maximum solar lighting. Vertical concept responds to minimizing the structural footprint. Open spaces or green roofs helps in reduce both pollution and temperature, saving 15 to 45% of energy consumption. This is the existing city, and this is the tower. The tower replacing the city, which consists of housing, office, retail, and recreational spaces. Energy is one of the most concern of our current society. Noise is part of our urban environmental and our everyday life, and it's one of the most prevalent pollution form in the cities. But is also an important source of energy not valued yet. One of the most abundant energy is ambient motion. Vibration can also be provided, gives us plentiful energy, and can be transferred through many media, making this form of kinetic energy is very useful. Soundscaper is also located next to the main transport infrastructure, mostly like outside the city centers where noise pollution is at its maximum. It vibrates depending on the intensity and the direction of the urban noises. As the skyscraper skin, the electroactive lashes, supported by a light metallic structure, form the exterior of the building, provided maximum exposure to city noise, covering a wide spectrum of frequencies. This noise includes vehicular traffic, pedestrian, train, building inhabitants, and even aircraft passing overhead. 8,400 electroactive lashes are integrated through the 100-meter height tower. The lashes are covered with sound sensor PFIG parametric frequency increase generator. A specialized PFIG energy harvester converts sound vibrator caused by surrounding noises to capture kinetic energy, after which an array of transducer cells employing a novel actuation method are used to convert mechanical energy into electricity. The electrical current is transformed to a main storage. One tower could produce until 150 megawatt per hour, representing 10% of urban lighting consumption. In the same time, its renewable energy could participate reduce CO2 emissions. This is the electroactive lashes, which is also called as noise LED. Uh, in this diagram, you can see this is the electric cable, and this is the metallic structure which supports the electroactive lashes, and the tip of it you can see the noise LED, and this is the PTFE membrane. Due to vibration and sound, uh, these lashes collect energy and store it in the battery. Site plan. The site plan area is 14.8 acres. The total build-up area is 1,62,604 square meters. The OSR is 6,022 square meters. The FSI of the building is 2.7. The plot coverage is 6,022 square meter. Uh, this is the site plan of the Seashore High Rise building. There are totally 7 entrances. Uh, the gate one is the main entrance. This is the pedestrian entrance, and the gate 2 and gate 3 are the entry exit for the commercial and retail entrances, and gate 4 and gate 5 are the entry and exit for the residential people, and there is a separate entrance for service. This is the entry and exit of the service entrance, and this is the STP fire pump room, electrical board, and many other. The site is surrounded by 4 roads: the Lodha Road on the top and Sane Guruj Marg at the right, and at the bottom JP Baruch Marg, and at the left side Minervera Road, you can see here, and there's a railway track passing along the side, which you can see through this image. As the city becomes more dense and populated, green plaza and open spaces gives air and improve public health. So I provided a landscape and I provided some water bodies which gives us a cool feel, cool air, and you can see through this image this is the landscaping, and there are seating along the landscaping, as you can see here, like this. This is the seating, and this is the landscaping, and this is the water body. This is the water body. This is a canopy where people can gather. The structure is made up of tensile fabric membrane. At each entrance there is a security booth, which you can see here. There is a separate park for the people of the Seashore High Rise building, as you can see here. This is the security booth along the park, which allows only the resident people over here. Where people can sit, walk, and jog in this park. And this is the jogging track along the park, as you can see here. And this is a canopy where people can gather over here, and it's made of tensile membrane, steel tensile membrane, and this is the plaza where people can sit and talk over here, as you can see in this image. This is the canopy, and this is the seating spaces uh, along the plaza, and this is the walking path. As you can see, this is the sound scraper. It vibrates depending on the intensity of the urban noises. It consists of electroactive lashes supported by a light metallic structure, provide maximum exposure to any noise, which include traffic, pedestrian noise, urban noise, train noise, and even aircraft. What these electroactive lashes do means they transfer sound energy to electricity and store them in batteries. As you can see, the train track passes along the side. This track leads to Mahalakshmi railway station, which is very near. It's like 500 meters from the site. It's one of the most busiest railway station in Mumbai. As the sound scraper, what they will do means they will collect the noises from the trains and other noises, and converts sound energy to electricity. It saves 10% of the uh, consumption of the skyscraper. Vertical zoning, the red color indicates the service floor, and the yellow color indicates the retail floor. The blue color indicates the parking floors, and the pink color indicates the office floor. The light blue color indicates the residential floor, and the top of it, the light green color indicates the clubhouse. Lift zoning, there are residential, office, and retail lift. Each of them are separated to avoid confusion among the people. Uh, the residential lift are indicated by green color, and the service lift are indicated by the peach color. The service lift runs along the residential lift from bottom to the top. Uh, the office lift, you can see this. It's indicated in pink color over here, and it's connected with the service lift, uh, and the retail lift